Oh, sorry, skaters. Was just listening to a little bit of Disturbed. Didn't see you there. But what's up, skaters and future skaters? As many of you may have heard, a big announcement's been made. Tony Hawk's releasing a new skateboarding game. And as often happens when there's a new newsworthy thing, people come to me and they ask me to make a video about it. So I'm about to make a video on this new Tony Hawk skateboarding game and what it means for the world. Many of you have probably played the Tony Hawk Underground skateboarding games. A lot of people say they're the best skateboarding games to ever exist. You could do so many tricks on these games. You could get so many costumes. You could customize your skateboards like there was no tomorrow. I knew guys that could spend 8 hours customizing the perfect skateboard. They'd get it all looking almost perfect, and then one little thing would be off and they'd start over from scratch, and it wouldn't even depress them to do so. They enjoyed it. They loved it. That's a true skateboarder for you. I remember you could do an ollie, you could do a kick flip, hard flip. If you were like me, you could do a triple kick flip on the Tony Hawk Underground, the video game. Get a whole lot of points, millions of points. People that didn't even skateboard, they were drawn into the culture of skateboarding. A lot of people had many health problems, and they started skateboarding. Things started healing up. They started getting better. So the game did a lot of good for the world, inspired a lot of people to become skaters. Look at, who can forget all the awesome quests we could do in Tony Hawk, in the Tony Hawk Underground games. Who can forget all the, collecting quests? You could dress up in costumes. You could find a swimming pool that didn't have any water in it. And boy, that was one of our favorite skateboarding spots, huh, skaters? People forget the beginning of skateboarding when it was coming into prominence. That's what people would do. They'd find a yard, find a pool, in-ground pool, didn't have any water in it. Guess what, homeowner? Your pool doesn't belong to you anymore. It's now become a skater's paradise. Nothing you can do about it. But I've gotten a little picture here. This is iconic Tony Hawk in the Tony Hawk Underground game. And look, he's even got on a pair of skeleton gloves. How awesome is that? How much of a rocker do you have to have those gloves on? But the new Tony Hawk game's coming out, folks. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it a little bit. There's going to be a lot of skateboarding, going to be a lot of quest, going to be even better graphics, and the graphics of even the original Tony Hawk, Tony Hawk Underground, 17 years ago, 2003 it came out, and still pretty great graphics for the time. You could play on there long enough, look at that screen long enough, and you'd start to think to yourself, maybe you were a skateboard. Maybe you were actually there. Maybe you were actually skateboarding in that abandoned pool, because things looked so realistic and it all started to mesh together. It was awesome experience. But the new game's coming out. It's gonna have even better graphics, even better tricks, better, faster, harder tricks that you can do on your skateboard. More customization. You can make your skateboard probably look just about any way you want it to look. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of quests, a lot of different places. I remember in some of the Tony Hawk games, you could go to Moscow, skateboard in Moscow, and there were a lot of good skateboarding spots in Moscow. It was going to be great. The new Tony Hawk game, let's look at what it's going to do for the world. So nowadays, you see a lot of kids, they don't leave the house too much. They're too busy on TikTok, which is likely going to be banned in the United States soon. So with this new Tony Hawk game coming out, maybe the kids can do something a little bit more beneficial. Maybe, just maybe, these new Tony Hawk games will inspire a new wave of skaters. Because as you all know, lately, skating's been dying out. People They're getting tired of getting holes in their shoes. They're getting tired. They're reading the science saying that it hurts your joints if you skateboard long term. It's going to lead to health issues. People are reading all of this and they're saying, well, what do I want to get holes in my shoes for? What's the point? What's the point of it all? Why should I even skateboard? But the new Tony Hawk games, Tony Hawk, you know, he's a picture of health, a lot of people say. And he's skateboarded all his life. He's still skateboarding. And the guy is almost 70 years old, still skateboarding. Almost every day, most likely. So maybe that joint health stuff was a little bit of, maybe there were a little bit of scare tactics involved there. Maybe that's not completely true. Do some research for yourself. I'm not saying definitively whether or not it's true or not. I'm just saying maybe across the board for everybody, if you're doing other exercises to improve your joint health, maybe, just maybe, it's not going to hurt you and you should just live your life and have a little bit of fun and get on your skateboard. So maybe with these games coming out, the kids will get off of the telephones and they'll go out and they'll be skateboarding, and a big new wave, a cultural wave, a generational wave will happen, and society will be improved overall thanks to these new Tony Hawk skateboarding games. Now, if you're wondering what exactly I'm looking at when I'm looking down, I just can't get over the picture here and how awesome it looks. So the new Tony Hawk game coming out very, very soon. People, I have a feeling that these games are going to inspire a new generation of skaters. You're going to see kids that previously have been on the telephone, have been on Fortnite, that don't go outside too much. Let's be honest here. I don't mean to speak badly about anybody, but I think that the facts will show me to be right here. The kids nowadays don't like going outside much. But if this game does what it's intended to do, kids are going to be begging their parents to buy me some skateboard shoes. Buy me a skateboard. Take me out to my local skate park. I want to shred. So this new Tony Hawk game going to inspire a new generation of skaters. People are going to get on their skateboards. Even older people probably. It's going to refresh their memories and make them want to get back on the skateboard, to get back out on the street, out on the asphalt, out into the abandoned pool, and hey, let's do some skating. Because people getting tired of sitting inside. I think people are getting tired. Eventually, all the TikTok, all the Fortnite stuff, it's going to run its course. People have been playing these video games, doing the TikTok stuff too much. It's going to run its course. So this new Tony Hawk video game, and I guess you could say it's sort of ironic, a video game inspiring people to finally go outside and get off the video games. Pretty ironic. Thank you, Mr. Hawk. This new Tony Hawk video game going to inspire a new generation of skaters. Now, if you don't mind, I got some more rock and roll music to listen to.